Hi everybody. So for this video is not a workout this time, but I'm going to take you through the basics of an upper body workout. Some moves that'll just give you the right form, the right cues, the right technique for you to build on a upper body workout. If you take these moves and use them to, like, maybe if you can only have time to do 3 or 4 in a day, whatever they may be, here is the right form, the right technique to take you through a fantastic upper body workout. So the first move we're gonna do is a chest press. Now remember, this is your chest. This is where you wanna feel it. If you're not feeling it there, then we're doing some things wrong. First of all, when you push somebody away, you don't push them away like this. So don't lift like this. That's like uncomfortable for your shoulder sockets. So turn it down and push this way, like you feel normal pushing. Your elbow should be a 45-degree angle down and you push. Now the weights should be in line with your chest as you push up, and so that you squeeze right there, right here, right, as you push them together. You also don't want to slap the ground with the weights. Let me show you. So you don't want to hit the ground. You want to stop right before the ground. Instead of it being directly to the side, you want it to be a little bit down. Pushing up and tightening through that chest muscle. You want to really use your mind-muscle connection as you press that weight up. Your low back does not need to be pressed into the floor. If you feel comfortable having that arch there, yay. It actually supports you better to have that gap than to push it to the ground. Push. So that is how you do a chest press. Now this is a bigger muscle group, so you can lift heavy. Lift heavy. That whole chest area can handle that load. So like a 3 pounds or a 5 pounds even would be a little bit too light unless you're just starting to lift. That might be sufficient. Okay. The next move is a shoulder press. For a shoulder press, first of all, make sure your shoulders are out of your ears. Roll your shoulders down and back. It almost should feel like your chest is being pressed forward while you're doing a shoulder press. Again, just like with the chest press, your arm should not be like a goalpost directly out to the side. Your elbow should be slightly in so that you can see your hands out of the corner of your eyes if you flick them. That is the right positioning for your shoulders. Let me grab some weights here. So you push your elbows or your shoulders down, elbows come in, and you press up, keeping your shoulders pressed down. Otherwise, you're using your small trap to lift the weight instead of your shoulders, right? And use your full range of motion, boom, and then drop. You don't need to go low. About here. Boom. Boom. Perfect. All right, next we're gonna do a lat row. And this is your lats right here. So you should feel it. They run down your back. It makes that V shape, the V-shaped lats. So when you're doing a lat row, you don't want to do it like you're pulling, starting a lawnmower with your elbow leading the way. You want to go down and back so that you're squeezing your back. So it's almost like you're saying, yes, yes, with your arm. So you're pulling. And now there's different ways to hold a dumbbell. You can do it with a neutral grip. You can do it with your palms up or your palms down. They will hit the muscle differently. It's more or less the same muscle. It just hits them at a different angle. So you're going to hinge at the hips. That just means you push your hips back, soft knees, neutral head, and then you go into you should feel like the track is to your belly button. Boom, and so you should feel it in your back as you're squeezing, right? squeeze together and back. So your elbows should be brushing your sides. So you can do it this way. You can feel it hits a little bit higher. This way, hits a little bit lower. This way, more to the side. The lats are a huge muscle, so you can lift heavy on that one. 5, 10 pounds, I would say 5-pound minimum, and I don't even know if you'll feel it. This one, you kind of have to have a heavier weight to actually feel engaged in the muscle. So these are 10s and I can feel it, but I can really feel it when I use like 12, 15, 20 pounds. Next we have the bicep curl. With the bicep curl, again, roll your shoulders back so your chest is lifted. This, you pin your elbow into the side. You do not want your arm to swing. Then you're not using your bicep, you're using momentum. So if you pin that elbow in, it's all bicep. I mean, you can even see it engaged. It's all bicep that's working, right? And you only want to use your range of motion. Don't try to get all the way to the top because then you have to let go of that elbow. Just go where your arm can go. I'm gonna just do one. So roll, turn, pin that elbow in, boom, and squeeze when you get to the top so that it really pops out. Drop, and it doesn't need to go straight because again, that lets go and releases tension. So boom, here, don't drop it all the way, boom, boom. You can also do a hammer curl, which is the neutral hold. Same form though, down and up, down and up. There's also the Zademan curl, which is supinated, so palms up, turn palms down. Ooh, that one hurts. But the same thing, pin. So it's just isolating the bicep. This is a smaller muscle, so a 5-pound might be a good starting point. 2 if you're beginning, but even that might be too small. You might have to just keep doing like 20 reps if you have only 2 pounds. And then bump up. Don't be afraid. You won't bulk up. You're not gonna have like huge man biceps. Just get yourself stronger by going increments by 1 pound and 1 pound. You can do it. All right, the next one is a tricep kickback. So your tricep is this muscle right here. It's kind of a, can't see it. It's like a horseshoe shape. It's that lunch lady wiggle one. So your tricep works the best at this angle. Anything where you're straightening and flexing. Now this could be hard on your elbow, so just be careful of that. Be aware of how it feels on your elbow. To do a kickback, hinge at the hip, lift the elbow high, like I told you not to do with the lat, lift your elbow, and then straighten the arm. So it's the straightening, boom, that contracts, boom, the tricep. This, you need to not squeeze here. It's so easy to want to squeeze there, but it should only be the tricep that's working. Now this is a teeny, teeny, tiny muscle. So 1 pound, 2 pound, a water bottle even, grab my water bottle, should be sufficient enough to make that one work. Yep. Be careful of your elbow. If you're doing an overhead tricep extension, make sure you're pinning your elbows in. Squeeze those elbows in, because that will contract your tricep the most, is when your elbows are in. Or when you're doing a dip and it goes behind you, squeeze them in. That contracts them more. All right, that's the triceps. Next, we have the push-up, which works your chest. Again, arrow shape. That's the way you should look, like an arrow. Your elbows should be down and not winged out to the side with your hands like kind of tweaked. it's hard. That's hard positioning. So if your elbows are down, your hands are way easier to be flat. And when you're pushing, you should feel the squeeze in your push-up, or in your chest. So arrow shape, stable with your feet, or you can drop your knees, push your hips forward. Drop slow, push. It's so much easier to learn how to do these going slow. When you're going fast, you don't really feel which muscles should be working and which ones you should be focusing on. So go slow, feel the muscles contracting, and then you're like, oh, okay, I know what I'm supposed to be feeling. Then you can go at whatever tempo you want. Push up. All right, this is a row with a band. I have it attached to my couch, but you can attach it to your foot and do the same thing. So when doing the row, again, it's the middle part of your back, so you want to squeeze in the middle. Anchor your feet. There's many different grips, just like with the dumbbells. I'm gonna do just the normal grip. You're going to drive and squeeze. Drive those elbows back and squeeze between your shoulder blades for the right engagement. And then with a band, the way to increase the intensity is back up. Back up, and that makes it harder. Boom. Or if you want it less intense, scoot forward. Boom. You can go to a wide grip. You can go to a narrow grip. There's so much flexibility with a band. This one is great for working your lats. One of my favorite exercises for working the triceps, and it really is a lot easier on your elbow, is the tricep pull down. I have my bands connected to the top of my door frame and locked so that it doesn't go anywhere. All you're gonna do is grab the handles, get close to the wall, door, wherever it is, soften the knees, roll your shoulders back, anchor those elbows, and pull down, right? So you don't want to have your full arm doing it because then it's more biceps. You want to anchor your elbows in, push down and squeeze. Push down and squeeze that tricep. Engage your core, soften the knees. I don't know if you can see, but the triceps are popping. You don't want to squeeze in your grip in your shoulders, so make sure those are retracted, and you may have to reset. I have to reset all the time with this one because it gets hard and I want to put it in my shoulders. Next we have a pull-up. Now, I use this band. You can use any size band, like any resistance, wherever you're at, just as a guide to, because I'm not strong enough to just rep out a bunch by myself. You can always try one without the band and then fatigue out and then add the band. So I wrap it around, step my foot in the bottom, grab the neutral grip. Now the thing you want to remember is to roll your shoulders and act like you're bringing it to you instead of you trying to pull yourself up. Bring it to you. That's how you're going to get the pull up quicker. So roll your shoulders back, pull up, go down slow, pull up, go down slow. If you want to learn how to get it the right way without the band, you can always practice hanging, just hanging, or doing retractions. Retract that shoulder blade, release, retract. Practice with each grip that you have. Make sure, though, when you go to try that you're not jumping. You start from the hang and then pull yourself up. So, retract, pull up, hold it, go slow down. That's gonna get you strong enough to get one by yourself. Pull up, hold it, go down slow. That's how you're gonna get your first pull-up. So, if you enjoyed this tutorial on a very great upper body workout for the basics, this is how you're gonna nail those basics every time and build your own upper body workout. Hit the like button, subscribe for more of these, and I'll see you next time. Great work.